Hello everybody, this is Joni, and it isn't the day after the supposed storm, it's about 2 days later. But we didn't have the storm. I'm so thankful the good Lord spared us. But I stayed up all night watching for it to come, so I had to rest the next day. And but I am ready to start my wreath tonight and hopefully get it finished. But I wanted to just show you something. I'm terrible at making decisions anymore. Used to be I had no trouble at all making decisions. But now, if you have two loaves of bread, get it down even to that. I started to say 2 pieces of bread. But no, let's get it even better. 2 loaves of bread. Same brand. I can't tell you which one to get. I'm just getting so indecisive, it's not even funny. But I bought something the other day, and before I was getting ready to film, I thought, I need to pick me up. And I thought, okay, go spray some of your new cologne on and see how you feel. See if that won't pick you up a little bit. So I went in and I spritzed just a little bit of it on, and I thought, think that picked me up just a little bit? Yes, I do believe. So I thought, well, why don't you show that to your viewers and let them, if they don't already know about it, run in and check it sometime and see what they think. And then we'll see if you all like it. And I'd like to know what you think about it. This is it. The name of it is Joy. And Tanya and I used to wear a cologne that was out of this world good. I mean, there was nothing any better. Everyone wanted to work in the same office where we worked, or the same cubicle, but there was a room off of my main office that where I worked, and people always wanted to come into that room that I worked in so they could smell my cologne, and it's true, it's absolutely true. And I called all over this United States trying to get it when they stopped making it. And I thought that I found it in West Virginia in one store, and I ordered every bottle they had. I really did. And the lady said, are you sure you want to buy all of them? Because there was a lotion that went with it too. I forgot about the lotion. There was also a lotion, and I thought the lotion. And I said, yes. I said, I want to order it all. I'll give you my credit card number, and you can ship it straight on to me. So I hung up, and I called Tanya and started talking. She was at work. Called and told her that I had found our lotion. We didn't find the cologne, but we found the lotion. Or at least I did. And she said, are you sure you found the right kind of lotion, Mom? And I said, yes. I said, they said that it was blah, 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 whatever it was. And she said, I find that hard to believe. She said, I think I'm going to call and see. So I believe that's the way it was. I think she called back, or she had to meet to call back. It's been several years ago. I can't really remember. And now I'm supposed to be making a wreath, and already I got my timer set this evening because my video was 2 hours the other night, and we had to cut an hour of it out. That's how many stories you all missed. I'm just too ornery. But anyway, so she called or I called, I don't know which, and we found that it was something else. It was like ours, but it was the new kind that they had brought out. And whatever it was that made ours like we loved it, they took it out of it and stopped making it. So now we have not been able to find a cologne. We have tried everything. I've tried Elizabeth Taylor's cologne. I've tried the red whatever. I've tried everything, and I cannot find a cologne that I really like. Until I was in Ulta the other day, and I sprayed this on my arm. Tanya tells me, don't spray it on your arm, spray it on the little cards. But I said, I can't get the true scent of it unless it's on my skin to see how it reacts. And she says, I know that, but you can't test enough of them if you spray it on yourself. But I usually come out with both arms loaded down, where I spray maybe about 3 or 4 on each arm. And I get so tickled. That's the way we are when we go to get the candles at Bed and Bath. We smell until we're using coffee to clean our nasal passage with us to make us able to smell better. But anyway, and then I told her we're going to get sick doing that because somebody else is going to have used the same coffee beans and we're going to get sick. So we know all these things. But anyway, this is what I bought. Now, she didn't buy any, but we went back to one of our larger stores here in Pensacola. And we were trying on some more after I bought this. And one of them, it's Dior. And it smells really, really good because I brought it on a paper on those little tags home. And I got it home and I kept it for about a week. And I took it out and I smelled it, and that still smelled the same way that it did when we were smelling it in the store. So she says, I think that's going to be my new cologne. I said, well, it's not only going to be yours, but it's going to be mine too, because I loved it also. So we're going to go back and try it one more time before, I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to wait, but she's going to try it one more time to see, to make sure that it's what she wants. But I'm not waiting. I'm going to buy it. But in the meantime, a girl has to have something, you know, to pick them up when they get down in the dumps. So this picked me up this evening, and you see what it did to me. It made me feel really good. So they'd like that for a commercial, wouldn't they? But anyway, this is what I like. Now, will I like it 6 months from now? I don't know. Will I like it like the cologne I used to? It doesn't even start to compare to what I used to use. And it just makes me sick that they did away with it. And I've started to write them, I don't know how many times, but then I think they're not going to pay any attention to one little voice in the wilderness, you know, crying out, please make your cologne again. Okay, now I'm going to get back to working on my wreath. So I haven't started working on it yet. I've just moved it. It's on the island. And I'm going to go over there and start working on it. So I'll leave my cologne sitting over here on the table. And then I'll go over there, and I'll have to turn the camera off till I get over there. So I'll be right back. Okay, I hope that you guys can see that. I think it might have helped it a little bit. Okay, now this is this grapevine is Wreath is absolutely terrible. They're getting so they put trash and everything else in their garland, and in their things, and I don't like that. I wish they would put them in like they're supposed to. And I'm going to glue this right down to the grapevine wreath. If my glue gun is working. Yeah, there it is. Just took a minute to come out. I have to hold that for a minute. And I brought my spatula this time too. Don't think I didn't. Want any burned fingers. I hope that all of you are well and ready for Easter. I'm not, unfortunately. I don't have my living room fixed yet. I'm going to see what I can do to it tonight and in the morning, and if I can get it fixed enough to where it's presentable. Let's put it that way, presentable. I may put it up, but if I don't, I guess I won't put it up this year. It seems like it's getting harder and harder for me to get everything ready by the time everything comes along. I was having so many testings and mumbo jumbo stuff like that that I didn't get to start when everyone else did. So it put me by that piece. Now, where did I, here's the other one. This reminds me so much of a tree, two trees that we had in our yard back home. And every summer, they were called flowering crabapple trees. And every spring, those things would just be loaded with pink blooms like these. They were gorgeous. And I miss them every spring. I miss them blooming. Because I love them so much. I've never had problems getting anything to stick to a wreath. Of course, I'm working at a farther angle than I usually do. I usually am up pretty close. But I'm hoping that I can get through the summer without getting a new air conditioner, but I'm really not looking for it. I'm thinking that probably we'll have to have one. I think I'm going to start using these things on this wreath for my benefit instead of its lapping it over. And maybe it'll help a little bit. Looking at under these things, that's what I usually do anyway. Probably why I always got along so well with it. Okay, that looks better. Now let's see if we can find something down here to put around it. I may have to get my wire out. Just wire it on. I don't think I'm holding it quite long enough either. For it to get good and dry. I've got my clock set. And it has already been 28 minutes. I'm going to have to move on. I'm glad that you all liked the stories that I told you last week. I was telling one of the girls that wrote me in my comments, I had forgotten, it didn't dawn on me until I was looking at our comments, because I thought that there were always 3 of us that painted, but no, it was all 5 of us. And I couldn't believe it when I saw that. But my one sister, I think that's what it was. She didn't start painting until she was in her, I'd say, mid-70s. And we all called her Grandma Moses. because that's what her paintings would remind you of, Grandma Moses' paintings. And they were good, but it was just the way she painted them and everything. And they weren't as realistic, let's put it that way, as what the rest of our paintings were. But she painted some beautiful paintings, and she would call me. I would get so tickled at her. She would call me and she'd say, "Joan, I just started a new painting." And I'd say, "Oh, well, that's good." And she'd say, I use Joan and Joni interchangeably with the family, because a lot of them call me Joni, and then about 3 or 4 of them call me Joan. So she was one of them who called me Joan. And so I said, well, that's really good. I said, I'm glad that you're getting painting started again. And she said, yeah, she said, it won't take me any time. She said, I can probably have it done in about 25 minutes. I started laughing when she told me that. I said, 25 minutes? She said, yes. She said, it doesn't take me long to do my paintings. And I said, well, I only wish that mine were 25 minutes. And I said, well, call me back when you get it finished and tell me what it looks like. So we hung up, and I'll swan, it wasn't over probably 25 to 30 minutes, and she called me back and she said, it's done. And I said, really? It's actually done? She said, yes, and said, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. She loved to paint things about Jesus and crosses and the Bible and things like that. She was very, very determined as to what she wanted to paint about. And it just thrilled me. And I used to write my sister's poetry, poems, when it would be their birthday. And she was the type that she loved, absolutely loved, to get herself on a lawnmower, a tractor. She didn't care. She would get right on a tractor. Anything like that. She was right there. And so she mowed her yard all the time. Well, I did too, with a riding mower. And but the rest of the girls didn't mow their grass and everything. Their husbands did. But my husband was so busy working that he didn't have time to mow ours most of the time. Sometimes he would come in and go over what I had already mowed, but he just did that because he loved to be outside mowing. And but I'm going to use no telling how many sticks on this one. Wreath, if I can get this around here. But I wrote her a birthday card, and we all just jokingly called each other dear sister. Sister, dear sister. And so I wrote her a poem, and I said something about, I don't remember it exactly. I have a lot of my things. I've got to get them copyrighted, and I'm sending a bunch of them in to get them copyrighted. And then I won't care to read them on the air. But I wrote her that, and I said, sister, dear sister, and I said something about when the spring starts, when the grass begins to grow, that's when it's the time that you know that it's time for you to mow. And it was just a really funny poem. And I drew the drawing of her sitting out there on a mower, and her daughter's name, she had 2 daughters, and one of her daughters named They called her Sissy for a nickname. Her real name was Marvine, but they called her Sissy. And so she got into trouble, she'd go, Sissy, Sissy, Sissy. And so I had her going down through there calling out, Sissy, Sissy, get me off of this thing. I can't stop it. Get me off of this thing. But she would never have done that because she knew how to use those quite well. Okay, I got that thing on there, thank the good Lord for that. Now, this bracelet is cracking and cracking. And let me see what else I'm going to use on here. She loved her birthday card. She truly loved it. And I wrote another one just like it so I could keep it for my records because I like to keep things like that so that I can remind myself later of what I did and everything, what I said to them. And now I'm really happy that I did. I wrote each one of them one, telling them something funny that they had done or something. And they all enjoyed them. I have one sister, she was born in it was October or November. I think it was October. And she's the one that I said that I would find the paper that I did for school and that you all, I would read it to you. And I said, sisters, dear sister, something about, and I went on to explain to her that God must have thought highly favor must be highly favored in God's view because He let her be born in one of the months that was the prettiest months that we have in the fall. And and I said, because He painted His most glorious scenery for your birthday. And oh, she thought that was just marvelous, absolutely marvelous. She loved it. And I thought that was good that she liked it. And when you think about it, it is a beautiful time of year to have your birthday. Now mine is in February and it's cold, but now that suits me fine because I love cold weather and snow and all that. So He knew what He was doing when He had me born in February. But we girls were really close. And most of them were close in age as well as just being close to each other, except me. I was the youngest of the kids, and my brother was next to me. So he and I were really close. And he was, those of you who've been keeping up with everything, he was Eddie's dad. And a lot of you probably remember about me writing about Eddie. And he was a fantastic young man. And he had two fantastic brothers. He still does. They're still living. And he had a fantastic wife and two sons. Just all very, very close to each other. And that's what I think families should be, very close. If you need something, they're there to help. I can't get that thing to stick down either. I'm going to see that way to polish my nails when I get through with this. Because it's sure going to take my polish off. And the outline is I can be right up on top of these things. And I'm not going to make any more because it's too much to be reaching that far to try to get your things settled down. I should be going around the inside of this anyway instead of the outside. I think it's good enough. That's why I'm able to get this side in better, because I'm on the inside of it instead of the outside. That outside is all jangled and everything. It's sticking now that I don't want it to. Now that I'd like to move it to the outside. That is a very contrary piece right there. I'm going to cut it and see if I can't paint it down a little bit. I think I'm just letting it be too big. There you go. And then that, cut it out. Now same for the day. Nose is stopped up. I notice I'm breathing through my mouth. My nose is stopped up. Probably that fan. But it is just so warm in here that with all these lights on too, makes it warmer. I should put my mat down over here. I didn't even think about it. I had so many things to move off of the island. But well, I guess everything will be okay. If I don't like this, I can always do away with it, can't I? That's one thing about making a movie. That's one thing I really like. If you don't like it, you don't have to put it up. You can get rid of it. I haven't so far, and I would hate like everything to do it. But before I would put up something I didn't like, I would. Okay. I think I need some down through here. I've got something really cute that I'm working on. I'm hoping to get it made. Whoops. Before Easter. If not, I'll have to let it go until next Easter. I can get it made tonight or tomorrow. Well, I've got a lot of things set up for myself to do by tomorrow. Oh my goodness, it's 45 minutes. I just can't make a short movie. Now, that's all there is to it. I don't know why. Because I'm working all the time I'm talking. Well, I had so much trouble with this stuff sticking tonight. Now I'm going to put my bow up there in the center, so I know what goes up there. I may get hooked up in all of this glue, and Tanya would find me glued to the wall tomorrow. I can see her now. Mom, what in the world were you doing to yourself? My son's wife's birthday is today. And today was also my husband's birthday. And it blows your mind when you think about it, because I really didn't believe it when my son Chris told me about it. He came home and he said, Mom said, I'm dating a girl that her name is, everyone called my husband Bobby. His name was Robert, but they called him Bobby, or BJ. And he said, her birthday is on April 16th. And I looked at him like, what are you talking about? You're dating a girl, her birthday is April 16th. He said, I'm telling the truth. He said, I'm not teasing. He said, it's true. And I just couldn't believe it. It was just by the name of Bobby and the same birthday. It was, so I sent her a text today and wishing her happy birthday. And tickled something else. But I've never had that happen, or never heard of it happening before. Maybe it happens more often than we think, but I've never heard of it happening before. And I don't think that he believed it for a while, to be truthful with you. And then he found out, yeah, it really is true. Some wild things happen to our family. Now I'm fixing this more as a spring wreath. I have a lot of these magnolia trees in my yard. We used to have, when we bought this property, we had 19 pecan trees. It was in a pecan grove, and the man that owned it decided to start selling the property off. And that's when my sister bought it, like I was telling y'all about the other night. And so we had 19 pecan trees, and the Stewart pecan too, and I think that's pretty much the best pecan you can buy. And so by the time, let's see how many I was. By the time we got down here, we would always come down and we'd have to brush hog, as they say. I don't know if you all know what brush hogs are or not, but it's a big tractor that you, if you've ever dealt with any property out in the suburbs or far suburbs, let's put it that way. You get weeds and briars and things like that all growing up, and it's too close. That one's pretty close. And you have to take care of it. So we had to take one of those and clean it off every time we'd come down on vacation. My husband would rent one, and we would clean it off and everything. And people wanted to buy it for years and years, but we wouldn't sell. And we were the only ones that didn't sell. And then we came down and built. And this place has built up, oh my goodness. You would not believe how much it has built up since we, just in the last 6 years, I would say. We're getting a new IHOP and Sonny's. I don't know if you all know what Sonny's is or not up north. I used to just hope and pray that they would bring Sonny's up there. It's a barbecue restaurant, and they fix the most delicious barbecues and ribs and things like that. Well, they're making one about just a short distance from my house. It's the roof is going on right now, and so it's really booming now. And every time I turn around, there's a letter in my mailbox. Excuse me. Somebody wanting to buy my property. But I don't have any intentions of selling right now. Let's see, I got 1, 2 there, and I guess 1, 2 over here. Now, that looks pretty springy right there. I might add just a few of these little purple things in. Seems like this summer I have been purple. I don't know where to put. These are these. I think I have more of these, but I probably have some more over there in a thing back there sitting. I've got flowers all over the place. That you all can see pretty much what's going on. I think that helped it. I have so many wreaths. That's why I don't make very many. many, and it is so hot down here that you can't put things in the garage. At least I can't, because it melts your plastic. It melts everything plastic. Is that the last one I've got? If it is, I may have to divide it. Might have one. Here she is. Okay, got one there and one there. Got one here. Now, I can't get them up too high because my bow is going to be up there. I hope my bow color goes well with this, because I couldn't decide what to make. I was going to make my wreath and then make my bow, but I just kept putting off making the wreath because I couldn't decide what I wanted to put in. That's what I'm saying. I'm so indecisive. That's why I procrastinate so much. Okay, reminds me of one of the kids. One of the kids used to say, now, when they'd get whatever they wanted done. Now. I maybe should just take this out, because the bow is going to fit right here. I hope that that bow goes with that. If it doesn't, it'll just have to go, because I don't have another one made. And what am I going to tie it to? I probably had better get a couple more chenilles then, so I'll be right. I am back. I'm going to try to add some chenille onto this. Chenille on the back of my bow, and tie it onto that. Wrap it around it. That will stay. I'll put it just like that. Now I'm going to go around the back of that thing to fasten. Going to see how that looks before I fasten it down and make sure that I have it in the center, and I do, so that's good. The island is a really nice place for me to craft on. But where I was sick for so long and everything, I get tired standing up. But I need to build my stamina back up. So I'm hoping that that's what I'll do, be able to build that back up. And I used to work all the time in my studio, but I still haven't gotten around to getting everything fixed in there. I'm working on it though. I'm getting a lot of it done. Okay, let's take a look. This flower, I need one more flower. Right there. 61 minutes, Tanya will say, Mom, you can't make a movie under an hour. And I'm going to say, well, when you have a genius preparing things for you, you have to be willing to let them take their time. You guys are going to have to back me up, though, in it. because she won't believe that. Oh dear. I tease her and tease her and tease her, and she teases me. We tease each other. Okay, right in here. Yeah, under the purple. I'm over here. I sound like somebody about to die. I'm grunting, so I'm glad I've got thoughtful, oh gosh, subscribers, friends, shall we say. I'm very glad. Now I think that I'm going to have to maybe fix this tie so it won't move back here, because the weight of that bow could cause that to move if I don't glue it down. Now we will just go on to something else. So I'm going to get off here because I know well, at least I'm under an hour right now. So I want to keep it there if I can. So I will upload this tomorrow, and y'all should be able to see it. And then I'm planning on making the other thing that I want to make that's really cute. It's unusual, and I like it. So I'll talk with you guys later, and I hope that you like the wreath. And if you do, give it a thumbs up. And I didn't know, but they say that YouTube is really going by that now, the thumbs up, because the more thumbs up you get, the more they see that people like your what you're doing. And that's how they rate your videos and everything. And so I heard that the other night on one of the programs. And so I'm hoping that I can get a lot of thumbs up and shares. If you know somebody that would like to watch my videos and hear all this malarkey that I spread all over the place, give them my name and everything. I would sure appreciate it. And I'm sitting here looking at that. But I will talk with you all later, and you take care. And remember, I do love you very much. And I wouldn't be doing all this if I didn't, because it can get hard, and it's time-consuming and everything. So, but I enjoy doing it, knowing that you all like to see it and that you like to hear the stories and everything. And I'm going to look for that paper that I wrote and see if I can find it. When I get the time, I don't have any time to do much of anything. But anyway, I'll talk with you guys later. I'm going to sit here and talk 15 more minutes. So I will talk with you, and don't forget to let me know. If you do go to Ulta and you try the cologne, let me know what you think of it. And I will talk with you guys later, and I love you. And don't forget, the one that's the most important person is God. And he loves you, or he never, ever would have done what he did. And we are going to give a tribute to that Sunday, good Lord's will. So you all take care, and I'll see you in my next video, good Lord's will. Bye-bye.